Alrighty, so I started off with the CC Designs Meeple Beep Beep image that I'd stamped onto Cobalt Quality cardstock with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then, as always, starting with the skin, the cheeks I didn't bother to blend out because I find with images like this, sometimes it works a little better not to have everything perfectly blended. A little bit of lines is good. And then I colored her hair brown. I kind of heavily edited this just to make it short and simple because I didn't do anything super fancy with the coloring in. I've got all the colors listed for you guys. So yeah, did that. Colored her little bow and shirt with a deep pink. People ask what I start with when I'm making cards. For this one, I had this image picked out first and then I picked out the pattern paper, and that's how I figured out what colors to use. Is I just picked some colors that would go with the pattern paper I'm planning on using on my card. So once I got our little clothes done, I went on to color the little car. So I'm just using my BG 72 and 75, just keeping her simple. The coloring goes a heck of a lot faster if you're only using just 2 colors to blend rather than, 3 or even 4. So once I was done the little car, did the wheels, and then the little rims, I just did in a lighter pink to match, again, the pattern paper. And then I just use the RV29 for the tail light, and then a couple of yellows for the little headlight. So once that was done, for the little windshield, I just used my BG10, and I really pressed the brown ink deeper into the cardstock where her hair was, so it kind of looks like it's behind glass, obviously. So did that. That was done, and then the pattern paper I'm using is from the Echo Park Sweet Girl 6x6, and I used one of my Spellbinder circle dies to die cut a circle just to kind of frame the little car, and then I pulled out my favorite things. This is the jumbo scallop die, and die cut another piece of pattern paper with that, and then trimmed off the edges because I kind of wanted to leave a lot of white space on this card, and then kind of just a random layout of the pattern papers. And then for that smallest little strip, because it's just slightly too wide for my ATG, I used a bit of Tombow Mono Multi. And that amount of glue I applied was actually way too much. You could use way less than that. So when you do things like that, you kind of have a bit of mess to clean up when you press down the glue. And then I used the MFT Happy Hello dies again for the sentiment. And I showed just a couple seconds ago, you just use a pin to push out little parts. That's why they have all those little holes in a lot of the more intricate dies now, so that you can push out any cardstock or paper that gets stuck in them. And if you hear any little squeaks, my little munchkin's in here with me, so she just woke up. So got that all applied, added some of my favorite AmyR ribbon, and then I used some dimensionals to pop the little car up so it's sticking up a bit off the card. And then I grabbed my corner chomper and just rounded the top 2 corners of the card front. And then I did the same thing to the card base too, and I love the corner chomper for this because this is like 110-pound heavyweight weight cardstock, and a normal punch would not go through it. Corner chopper cuts through it like butter. Love it. So I put tape on the back of the ribbon on the card front so that the ATG just glides right over it, and then adhered that to the card itself, just like so. You could do a card like this, you technically could do it right on the card itself and not have 2 separate pieces like I do, but I like the clean look it gives on the inside to do them separately, especially if I want to add, ribbon, brads, anything like that. So on the inside, I kind of followed the same layout with the idea that the pink area is where you could write something, and then I just grabbed a sentiment from the MFT All Smile set since it was sitting out from my previous card, and then inked that up with the VersaFine Onyx Black and stamped that there, and that was it for the inside. And then of course I couldn't leave everything without a little bit of bling, so I grabbed my Aqua Stickles and just dabbed on a bit onto the card just for a little something. So as always, there will be a link below the video with a link to my blog posts with everything that I used in the card, hopefully linked to. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!